Imagine losing a $3 million lawsuit, not because you had a bad case, but because you failed to follow the court rules. Well, that is exactly what happened in a recent Arizona case involving an easement dispute. If you or someone you know is dealing with an easement issue, don't make the same mistake. Let's talk about what happened with this recent Arizona Court of Appeals case so that we can avoid making the same mistake. Hi, I'm Christopher Charles, a State Bar certified real estate specialist and the managing partner and founder of Provident Law. Today we're talking about a case that serves as a cautionary tale for anybody involved with an easement dispute. The case is known as Smith versus Olsen from the Arizona Court of Appeals. This case, involving an easement dispute in Cave Creek, went all the way to trial, then all the way to the Arizona Court of Appeals, and reinforces just how important it is to follow court rules and procedures with a skilled attorney. In the Smith versus Olsen case, two adjacent property owners shared an easement that provided access to their respective properties in Cave Creek, Arizona. But over the years, the relationship soured, escalating to threats, blockage of the easement, even placing rattlesnakes in the easement. Inevitably, this led to litigation. Now, after the litigation, things took a turn. Under Rule 16 of the Arizona Rules of Civil Procedure, the parties are required to cooperate and participate in a Rule 16 conference, and they're required to submit certain documents with one another and with the court. Olsen initially hired counsel and was represented by counsel, but for one reason or another, he decided to terminate his counsel and represent himself pro per in the easement dispute. Doing so, he decided to ignore and violate a number of the rules entirely. Olsen failed to appear at hearings, he refused to submit trial exhibits, and he even left a message for the judge indicating that he may or may not show up for trial. As a result, the trial judge imposed strict sanctions. In fact, the trial judge issued an order that he would not be able to admit any evidence that was not disclosed or set forth in the pretrial documents. In addition, Olsen was precluded from calling any witnesses due to late or improper disclosure. As a result, following a jury trial, the jury awarded over $3 million to Smith concerning this easement dispute. An easement is a legal right to use someone else's property for a specific purpose, like a driveway, a utility access, or a walking path. Common easement issues include one party blocking or obstructing or impeding access on an easement, using an easement beyond its intended scope, or failing to maintain the easement properly. In some cases, like Smith versus Olsen, these disputes can escalate into serious conflicts. In the Smith versus Olsen case, after Olsen got clobbered in the trial court, he appealed to the Arizona Court of Appeals. On appeal, the Arizona Court of Appeals heard his argument that the sanctions were unfair, excessive, and the jury's damages were also excessive. And the Court of Appeals determined that the judgment was lawful and upheld almost all of the judgment. In short, the Arizona Court of Appeals made it clear: if you refuse to follow the rules, you will face serious sanctions. Rules do in fact matter. If you or someone you know has an easement dispute or any real property legal issue, give us a call today at Provident Law and schedule a consultation with one of our excellent real estate lawyers. And don't wait until it's too late. Get proper legal guidance from the start.